All right, we're gonna show this off again. It's just sitting here. On the back is the Raspberry Pi that controls it, all plugged in, all the software is set up. And what I'm doing is I've got a script that's plugged into Asmongold's Twitch stream, and it's reading the chat, but it's reading specifically for emotes, like that guy and those guys. And whenever one of those shows up, the script reaches out to Twitch, gets the image, and puts it on this display, which his chat's kind of slow right now, but I'll show you how it's working. These are the emote identifier numbers right here. So each one of those is when someone put an emote in chat. And what happens is this Node.js script is what is reading the chat. You can see it's tied to Asmongold's channel right now. And it pulls out the emotes and sends them to a Python script as an argument. The Python script takes that argument and puts it into this URL here. So this emote ID is what it adds in, and then it pulls it and then it puts it onto the matrix. Right now I just have it set so it sleeps for 1 second once it puts the image on there. I'm working on getting the image to stay until the next one shows up. That's the next iteration of this project. But if I go back to his chat, and nobody has posted an emote, so I will. Oh wait, he's on followers only and I don't follow him. Well, we'll wait for a moment. He's playing Ark. So kind of get a view of both. Normally his chat is super busy. But let's see, since I have the script just display the image for a second, if multiple emotes come through, it'll kind of stack them up during that second. So you can see that if someone posts more than one emote or something like that, they'll kind of stack up and then unstack. This is weird for his channel not to have emotes for this long. So I specifically chose his channel because he's got, wait, is he even on? No, he's hosting someone. God damn it. Okay, well, we'll just go through this whole process so I can show you. First thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to the person he's hosting, Rich Campbell, grab their channel name, just copy that, bring it over here, put it into the script, paste, save, replace on server. I'm gonna end that, relaunch. Okay, so now that is reading this guy's chat. Okay, so his chat is kind of booming, and there's an emote, and there's another one. But as you can see, they only display for a second. On very busy chat, that's not really too much of an issue. But on slow chat, it'll just kind of flash and someone will be like, what's that? And yeah. does not animate emotes. I don't think I have a way to do that because of the conversion that has to happen between the pie and the display. My original idea was to have this just mirror the HDMI output on the Pi, but with newer versions of Linux for it, they've kind of disabled or changed things that don't allow that to happen anymore. This is a 32 by 32 panel. I have a 64 by 64 panel coming, so twice the resolution, and it's actually smaller, so it'll be like a little high def thing. It'll still be small, or sorry, low resolution, lower than the emotes coming through, but it'll display better. So I believe I'm pulling the emotes at, I think, 112 by 112. So that's like twice the size of the screen that I'll have. Little bit less than twice. But yeah, this was 3 days worth of figuring out how to get Node.js. Well, 3 days worth of false starts with Python, because the Python WebSockets just would not pull in the chat data. I can get it to connect, but it won't read any data. Node.js, not a problem. Just a couple lines of code and I was getting the entire chat, and I just had to figure out how to work the object. But anyway, that is going to go up there so that when I'm streaming, it's in line with my camera, so it'll kind of show up behind and above my head. Once I got the Node.js connected and figured out, the hardest part was figuring out how to work with the emote object that was returned and get the data out of that. And I think I know I did it right because it's working, but I don't know if I did it programmer right. Of course, any program that works is right, so there's that. And I'm sure I could streamline this like crazy. I did find a Node.js wrapper for the LED matrix library, but I haven't gotten it to work. Well, I found two of them. One of them would not install with npm, the Node package manager. The other one installed, but all of the directions are for TypeScript, not Node. So it says it works with Node and TypeScript, and I'm able to get the library connected to my Node script without a problem, and set like one thing for the display, but that's it. There's nothing else in the documentation about Node. So it'd be nice to have this whole thing just part of the Node script instead of having Node call Python, because there's a significant delay, because each time it calls that Python script, there's a whole bunch of stuff that Python does to get ready and run, because it has to load its own libraries. I really wish I could have done the whole thing in Python, because then I could have just had one script that did everything, and it would have been easy. But for some reason the WebSockets don't work, and on YouTube all of the instructions are for using sockets, not WebSockets, because all people want to do is look for exclamation point commands in chat. They don't give a shit about the emotes. So I was able to connect using socket, which is basically an IRC channel. You can connect to it with an IRC client, no problem. But the WebSocket with the async library for Python just would not work. But this is working. I just need to streamline it and get the image to stay until the next image comes in. Yeah. Also, for some reason, I have it configured to ask for the dark background for emotes, but some of them come through white. I mean, some emotes are white, but some of them are not. And that was stacked. That was 2 emotes stacked. So is that. And that's 3 emotes stacked. Yep.